Welcome to your Driving Force Success Tips. I'm Rod Khleif, and I'm thrilled you're here. This is where I share with you the most valuable things I've learned about the psychology of success. 80% of your success in anything is your psychology, and only 20% is the actual mechanics. These weekly success tips, combined with my interviews with real estate experts, are designed to provide you with all the tools you need to be a success in real estate and build your own cash flow machine. If you like what you hear on these segments, please subscribe to us on iTunes. Couple of quick things. I'm just blown away. We're now over 1.3 million downloads for this podcast. And I just want to thank you guys so often. Literally every day I get emails or handwritten thank you cards from people. And I've got this board on my house my office at my house where I put these handwritten cards. And all I can say is thank you sincerely. And I've spoken to so many of you, and I finally relented because so many of you asked me to put together a course or do some coaching, training materials, and I never intended to do it, but I finally relented and I did it. I got to tell you, it's an incredible course and coaching program, and I want to help you guys crush it in your lives and in your businesses and build lifetime cash flow. That's my goal for you. If you want to get more information about my course and my coaching when it becomes available, text the word CRUSH, C-R-U-S-H, to 41411. And I also want to remind you, my 200-page book is still free. I've gotten incredible feedback on it, but I've been so busy with creating the course, and I actually decided to do a companion course for the book, so I haven't published it on Amazon yet, but it's coming, probably in the next 30 days. So if you're interested in that book, it's still free. Rod, just text Rod to 41411, or you can go directly to my website, rodkhleif.com, RODKHLEIF.com, and get a copy of it. But then again, text Rod to 41411 for the book, and text CRUSH if you want information on the course when it comes available in coaching, to text CRUSH to 41411. All right, let's get to it. Today I want to talk about the power that comes from taking action. Now, we all have dreams and want to improve our lives, but dreams is all they'll ever be without action. Leonardo da Vinci said, "It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things." Tony Robbins says the path to success is to take massive, determined actions. Many people have all the raw material they need to move forward towards their dreams, but fail to take action. The gap between our dreams and our reality is action. Right now, there are people out there that are a lot less qualified than you living their dreams because they took action. Now, there are lots of reasons, also known as excuses, why people don't take action. There are many things that impact these excuses, like limiting belief systems or thinking you're a perfectionist, analysis paralysis. The reality is these reasons or excuses are primarily based in fear of rejection, fear of failure, even, believe it or not, sometimes fear of success. What's crazy is the fear actually diminishes once you take action. In fact, whenever I personally have something problematic or stressful show up in my life, I've come to realize the absolute fastest way to relieve the stress associated with that problem is to take massive action on it. Now, sometimes the task or outcome that we're facing seems massive or overwhelming. And I know this may be cliche, but I'm sure you've heard, how do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. So you chunk it down and you take action one bite at a time. I'm sure you've also heard Lao Tzu's quote that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. When you're facing something that's really daunting, I really do believe in the adage that when you take the first step, the next one will be revealed. Maybe you've heard my example about a car traveling across the United States at night, only able to see 30 or 40 feet ahead, but able to travel thousands of miles that way. But you have to take the first step. Might you make some mistakes? Sure. In fact, you'll likely make some mistakes, but at least you're taking action. Sure, you'll have risks and costs possibly associated with taking action, but the risks associated with staying comfortable are much greater. Zig Ziglar said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." If you wait for everything to be perfect before you take action on your dreams, you'll never take that first step. I will tell you one tiny step will bring you much closer to your goals than miles and miles of intention. So here are some tips to help you take action. Firstly, be easy on yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Being too serious can prevent you from taking action. Be passionate, but lighten up. Live in the present moment. That'll help you get out of your head and into action. Now, I recommend you also find some way to hold yourself accountable, either to yourself or maybe telling others what you're doing so they help hold you accountable. Also, if your task list is too long, utilize the Pareto principle and focus on that 20% that'll get you 80% of the traction. Just pick those one or two things and get started. Just get started. Start small if you have to, because getting started is the hardest part. Once you start doing things, what's crazy is things will start to happen. One thing will lead to the next and you'll be well on your way. Action actually will make you more courageous. Believe it or not, action creates courage. And you might think you need motivation to take action, but the reverse is actually often true. Many times action will create motivation. Taking action actually reinforces the fact that you can do it. But remember, when you create a plan, you are taking action. But refining that plan ad nauseum is actually inaction. Now, there's never a perfect time to start something. Just start. The difference between who you are right now and who you want to be is what you do right now. Thomas Jefferson said, "Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask, act. Action will delineate and define you. So stop talking and start doing. I promise you'll be glad you did." You have three choices in life, my friend. Never start, or give up shortly after you start, or give it everything. Give it all you've got. So I say, have big dreams. Set clear and measurable goals, and take massive action, my friend. I'm Rod Khleif, wishing you a life of massive action, incredible passion, and unbelievable success in your business and in your life.